Hello and welcome to another episode of Minecraft with the Lazy Judge. And as you guys can see, I have made a little bit of progress in neatifying our little base place of operation area. And I was thinking that maybe in this episode, let me just show you on the outside as well. Maybe in this episode we should start focusing on some of the mods we got on here, and specifically I think we should start focusing on two of those mods. The one being the bonsai trees and the other one being the cobblestone generator. So what I have done is I've hunted around the world a little bit and I've found some clay so we can get these bonsai tree things going a little bit, because wood is going to be a serious problem, because I've done a little bit of exploration and I am yet to find a biome that's got more trees in than what we have. Also, what I did is I did a little bit of preparation here as well, and I created some trees, some of the trees that gives you spiderweb saplings, right? And the way that you do that is you take 3 of these little suckers over here, and you take an oak sapling, and you go to your little handy dandy crafting table, put down your sapling, and put down your trees, your string like that, and that causes you to get that. What I did is there's one of these mods that we've got in here that you use a crook and you harvest some leaves and you get some silkworms, and your next tree you infest with silkworms and it turns into a spider web tree. But we'll get to that on a later stage. Okay, now to make the bonsai pots you need clay bricks, and to get clay bricks you need to harvest here some clay, right, which you find in the world quite freely, and then you need to take this clay and stick it in your furnace and it bakes up and it becomes clay bricks. Okay, let's just grab some of this. Yes, and I did manage to find some diamonds as well. Let's get a chest. Let's get some of that stack over here. We're going to turn that into planks like so. Right. Okay, so what you do is, first of all, you create a couple of chests like so. Let's create a couple of chests. Actually, you know what? Let's make the bonsai pot first, and you do it like that. And then you get yourself a handy dandy little bonsai pot. So let's make a couple of these things. 12, that should be more than ample. We're not going to be able to do all 12 at the moment. Right, now, get some dirt as well. So when you put these pots down, stick them here slowly, like so. Right, so when you put this pot down, like so, take some dirt and you right click in the pot and you've got some dirt in there. And then what you do, you take a tree, you plant it, and that thing will gradually grow. The only problem I've got with this mod is, well, with this specific pot, let's just let the little sucker grow over here. You don't get a lot of wood, you don't get a lot of saplings and everything else you need to get out of the tree, but you get ample. Now, my big problem with this is I'm a lazy sod, so I like to automate everything. And this pot is not automated. So when this thing stops growing, when it's fully grown, right, let's just give it a moment over here. Let's have it fully grown. Let's go over to the axe. We've grown a good bonsai tree. Now, I think you got to chop it down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just see. Okay. Seems like you got to do it that way, which is kind of irritating. Alright, so I've come up with a new way of doing, well, the mods come up with a new way of doing it. So what we do is we take this chest over there, and we make a hopper. Take the hopper, you stick it in the center over here, you take the bonsai pot, you stick that over there, and you make a hopping bonsai pot. Now, the nice thing about this is, what happens now, let's just get it to the right location. I'm just going to stick one here for the second. We stick down the chest, take the hopping bonsai pot, stick it on top of the chest. So, some dirt in, like so. And we're going to take one of our saplings, and put it down like so. So the sapling is now in there. And the nice thing about this is, this sucker is going to grow. This is a little bit of automation. Nothing in there at the moment. Right, so the sucker is going to grow until it's fully grown. Eventually, sometime. At some point in time. Oh, the other thing is you can't have anything above this. If you've got a block over here, this tree will stop growing when it's that block limit. So you don't want to have a block above it. So we go over here, and this thing is now going to auto harvest itself and put the stuff in here. And you'll get from that, you'll get sticks, logs, leaves, and whatever else the tree produces. So, which is very, very nifty. This is a passive way of getting wood. This thing is a lot quicker than you think it is. And obviously, if we do this with a spiderweb sapling, it's going to produce some string for us as well. So what I'm going to do now is, we've got a couple of these pots. I will go ahead. I will make some hoppers, like so. We don't want to use all our metals. I think we need to do at least 5, like so. Okay, so we got 5 of these. Take these chests out. We'll make some more chests in a second. Take those, like so, like there. We go. Right, okay. Just take those out there, and I think we've got to make a couple more chests. 5, that'll do. Right. How much dirt do we have? Okay, we've got 10 dirt. We're going to have to get some more dirt from somewhere as well. Alright, so we're going to take these suckers out, and I think I have prepared a nice little area where we can do this in. Okay, I'm just going to break this sucker down over here. Pickaxe. No, pickaxe, not spade, you stupid. Doesn't want to work. Okay, it's axe. Alright, so we're going to harvest this thing over here, get everything that's done. Okay, and now I think I have prepared a nice little area for these things to do. Okay, so let's put down... We have only 5 of these. No, man. Should we add 6? Open Bonsai pop. Okay, you know what? Let's just do this. Okay, so we do chest. Chest, right? We skip one block, chest, and a chest. And I think we do a chest over there. Right, so this one over like so. Do we have 5 or 6? That's 6. We do like so. Okay, like so. Stick this one over there, stick one over here, stick one over here, like so, and like so. And we're just going to stick dirt in all of these. So, I think this is going to look nice. And look, this is just a temporary base place. This is just our mine. So I think we're just going to leave this here for now like it is. I'm going to take these spiderweb saplings because these things are going to be rather important later on. So let's go, and I want 2 oak saplings. We're going to stick those in there, like so, and then we're going to do the rest of them. Right, and then these things are going to grow and slowly but surely passively produce everything we need. And I think what we can do now is I think we can go and get some sand. And we take these things, those go over there, it's over here. Yeah, oh, we've got some leaves in here now as well. Okay, like so. Put the pots in there. This way. Get some sand. So I just want to go and dig out that dirt very quickly. Right, and these things are just producing. We can go and check in a second. Right. Let's put some sand in here. Get everything nice and tidy. So I'm also thinking that I always build from cobblestone and wood and stone and all these other nice materials, but I'm thinking because we're in the desert, I think we're going to try and stick out and keep it to the desert theme. So do our pathways in between our buildings from sandstone or sandstone-like type of thing, and just keep it nice and tidy and make it blend into the environment a little. Also, I think I'm going to square out these things a little bit, but I'm not going to take away all these natural steps. Does it want to become dark now? It seems that way. See, and as you can see, it's producing everything as it should. And this thing, oh, nice apples. Very many doctors are going to go out of business. Right, so we're going to take this and this, and we're going to do a very quick sleep thing. Okay, and as you can see, I've got to grow a bonsai tree. We've got that achievement already. We do this, and take care of that. Right, now the next order of, oh yes, and I've been making these little drying racks over here as well. And to make these things, all you've got to do is this. Do that, get a couple of slabs, take the slabs, put them in a straight line, just do 2 of those, and you make little drying racks. Put these here. And what you do is you take your raw meat, this one is monster meat, spoiled meat, take your raw meat, you hang it up over here, And over time, I think it's about 5 minutes, these things dry out and become jerky, and they're kind of nutritious. If you want to get some hide, which we are going to do very soon, you cook up your meat first, get it nice and cooked, and you take and you hang it up here and it becomes hide after a couple of minutes. Right. So let's just check over here. Our little bonsai farm is going quite nicely. So, as I said, I think we're going to keep to the map's topography, and just stick within that and do our area. But I still want to do a tool shop, a workshop, a tinker shop, a cobblestone generator, a massive storage facility. All that I want to do out here, but I want to keep as far as possible. I want to keep to, I might take down pieces of that hill because I'm going to need a lot of sandstone for this build. Alright, so we're going to keep, and there's the oil I was talking about, and that's the thing I'm afraid to raid, but we're going to have to do that sooner or later as well. Alright, so let's see. Next order of business is, I think we need to do our cobblestone generator, and the reason for that is going down here and mining is all good and well. I love doing it. It is called MineCraft after all. But having said that, it is a pain in the butt. I love doing it, but it is very time consuming. So what I have come up with is this cobblestone generator that randomly produces ores for you. It does it very, very randomly. You can get diamonds, metals, all sorts of things you can get out of that. It does make the game a little bit faster, a little bit easier, but it does complicate the game a little bit as well. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do a normal cobblestone generator. So I think we're going to stick it into the wall over here. Please don't collapse, right, like so. And I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to do a double cobblestone generator. So we've got this handy dandy pickaxe over here. Okay, so the cobblestone is going to be generated over here because the water is going to be over here. There. Let's get our 2 buckets of water. Okay, you know what? Let's just first carve it, and I'll show you guys in a second why I do that. Alright, just want to get everything nice and even. Right, and we're going to dig out another one over there. Oh, we're just going to have to dig out this as well. That's going to drive me absolutely bonkers. So, just stick some of the sandstone in here. Like so, like that. Right. So I think we need to make 2 more hoppers. Do we have enough? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 2 of these little suckers over here. We're going to need a bit more wood. Right, so we're going to do 2 more hoppers. I took 11. Right, so make 2 more hoppers. Don't want to do that. Oh, hold on. To make 2 more chests. Like so. Stick this back where it belongs. Then what? Do we want 2 hoppers? Let's put down the chest first. That and that. That's our little double chest system. That, and we're going to into the press down shift and place your hopper going into that chest over there, and you press down shift and this hopper goes into that hopper over there. Now we are going to take that out. That mistake. Okay, let's just do this. We can take 1 water, stick it over there, and 1 water, stick it over there, get a nice little water source going, and just so it's nice and even. Do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to take our buckets of lava. Did I just take 1 bucket? That was stupid. I know we don't have to put down 2, but it makes it nice and even. And put down another one, and it's going to make cobblestone right in front of us over here. And just so we don't light everything on fire, we are going to do this. Just so that everything doesn't get lit on fire. Like so, and like so, and like so, and like so. And there we go. A nice, handy, dandy little cobblestone generator. Also, one other thing that we've got to do, take these buckets and stick them back over there. Like so. Want to get, I've got a piece of wood over here. And we are going to have to stick a piece of wood over there. And we'll do this. That is just for when we mine, so we don't mine through everything. Like so. Now we've got a beautiful little cobblestone generator where we can just sit here and mine. Now this is, as you can imagine, this is extremely boring. Sitting here doing this. So I've got another little mod installed called Tape Mouse, which I shall demonstrate for you in a second. Okay, so we've got some resources dropping in there. Alright, okay. So what we do is, once you've got Tape Mouse installed, alright, so what you do is / and you press in, type in Tape Mouse, attack, and 0 ticks. And then your pick just does that. And you can AFK here and just cause yourself to gain lots and lots and lots of resources, which is absolutely brilliant. If you've got the resources, once you've got enough resources going, you do / type in Tape Mouse, and off. And there we go. That mouse has stopped working. Right, it's easy as that. It's a little auto clicker. It works perfectly with MineCraft. Also, what we want to do at some point in time, very soon, hopefully, I think hopefully in the next episode, is with extra utilities, do this auto miner. But for that, we need to have a dropper. And for that, we need to have one of these little suckers, which I get out of mining redstone. Okay, now, as you can see, these things drop in blocks. They don't drop in resources. Now, I like that, because what happens now is once you place these blocks down, if you normally harvest these things within the world, you'll get XPs. If this thing randomly drops the ores, you're not going to get any XPs. But if it drops it this way, you still get your XPs. Which is absolutely brilliant. And then we've got our first redstone. Right, and then obviously with your normal ores like the over here, with your metals, you're just going to go ahead and take that out and stick it in there and melt it up as per always. Right, I'm just going to stick this in here. Right. And I think, I just want to see how much time we've got left. I think this handles it. Let's just go and see before we go, to see how much of these resources we have passively collected. These things just carry on. Now, obviously, at some point in time, I've mentioned with workshop and a tinker shop and a storage facility and all sorts, but what I have not mentioned is I want to have a little room where I've got all my various different little trees growing in. Apple trees and cherry trees. But for that, we're going to have to go on an adventure and go and get some of the resources. We're going to have to get cherries just to see if we've got some of these resources already. We might have. I've only got 2 cherries and I need 3 to do 1. Do we have any other resources? I think we had some nuts at a stage. I can't see them at this moment in time. Oh, there we go. Some chestnuts. So we can do a chestnut tree already. We can actually do 2 chestnut trees, but we need some more cherries. And for that to happen, we're going to have to go on a little bit of exploration. So I think what we're going to do in the next episode is we're going to go and quickly raid that desert temple over there and see which resources we can come up with. And seeing as we're going off a little ways, we've done a little bit of an explore. So, in the meantime, what I will do is I'll start preparing this area and laying out the paths so we can get our various facilities going. So we'll map out the area so long, and we will see how far we can get with that. Alright, guys, if you found yourself liking this episode, please go ahead and smack that thumbs up button. And if you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because why wouldn't you? And also, as always, if you've got any suggestions, anything that you guys want to see or want us to do, go ahead and stick that down in the comment sections and we will respond to that. Alright, so until we make our next video, this is the Lazy Judge signing off. Cheers.